Hi guys, Edith here from Collection Inédith, and today's project is the block of the month for December 2019, titled Gilded Zebra. The size of this zebra on its own is 45 inches wide by 29 inches high, and with the background, the project is 60 inches wide by 42 inches high. The instructions, fabrics, and threads requirement, as well as templates to make the applique with the free motion quilting design are included in the pattern. You will find the link to get to the PDF document under this tutorial, and make sure to save it on your computer. I invite you to join my email list and to receive my newsletter. Just go to my website's homepage. Every month I will let you have a peek at my new project and the ones in progress. And don't hesitate to subscribe to my free YouTube channel and click on the bell to be notified when a new tutorial becomes available. To assemble the top of a quilt or to quilt, I use either my soprano or my tiara from Baby Lock. To do the free motion quilting, I use the Super Bee embroidered threads, 40 weights from monfil.ca, and I like to use the fabrics from Northcott Fabric for all my projects. As for the appliques, I like to use the light steamer seam 2 and the warm white 80/20 for batting by the Warm Company. To make the applique with the free motion quilting design, you will need a light box or a table with a glass top under which you can place a lamp. You will also need a mechanical chalk pencil and some light steamer seam too. If you've never worked with the steamer seam product, check out my tutorial on the subject, and I've posted the link below. For this project, here's my fabric selection from the Northcott Fabric collection. For my thread selection, I used a white thread on dark blue fabric, the dark blue thread on white and gold appliques, and a gold thread on the outline of each applique. Just a quick note that if you're looking for the block of the month for November, stop looking. There's none, because the zebra took all my free time and attention. But I'm not ashamed to say that I'm really proud of how it turned out. Hopefully some of you will enter contests and win ribbons, and if you do, please share your pictures with me and the story behind it. I'd be really happy to hear from you. Let's begin by assembling the appliques. Print the quadrants A to R that you will find in Annex 1 of the pattern and tape them together at the dotted lines to get the full image. Then trace all the appliques that you see here on light steamer seam 2. For applique 89, the tail of the zebra, cut out the interior of the light steamer seam 2, but keep 3/8 of an inch on the edges. This will take away the thickness of the mesh. For applique 3, the body of the zebra, you will notice that I kept some part of the steamer seam to keep the shape of the zebra, otherwise the body would have become misshapen. For all the other appliques, leave the steamer seam as is. The next step is to apply the light steamer seam 2 applique on the wrong side of the fabric and press. Then cut each applique individually. Before you place the appliques on the base of the zebra, which is applique number 3, you must trace the free motion quilting design on the appliques. Using letter size paper, print the quadrants 1 to 18 that you will find in Annex 2. Tape them together with Scotch tape on the red dotted lines. To trace, place the tape paper quadrants 1 to 18 on the light box and place applique number 3, which is the body of the zebra, on top. Then turn on the light and place one of the appliques on top of the quadrants and trace the free motion quilting design you see through the fabric. Do the same with all the other appliques. When all the appliques have been traced, except for appliques 3 and 89, keep the quadrants 1 to 18 on the light box and keep applique 3, the body, on top. Do not tear off the light steamer seam 2 protective paper on the back of appliques 3 and 89, and wait until you have completed the body before you place the appliques on the tail. Tear off the light steamer seam 2 protective paper on the back of each stripes and place the appliques by sequence starting with applique number 4. Once the body is completed, you can do the same process with the tail, which is applique number 89. When you are satisfied with the position of the appliques, press to fuse the stripes on the body and the tail. For assembling the background fabrics, cut and sew the following 2 pieces. And note that I prefer having a larger piece of fabric for the background in case I decide to do a special for Motion Quilting Design behind the zebra. All you have left to do is to center the zebra on the background fabric and press to fuse everything together. Add the batting and the backing and you are ready to start quilting. Now the fun part begins. I will show you how to quilt the body, but not the tail. For the tail, just follow the same process as the body. Here's my selection of colored threads I use for quilting and to add some contrast. On dark blue stripes, I used a white thread. On white and orange fabric, as well as the outline of the body, I used a dark blue thread. And on the outline of the tail and the golden features on most stripes, I used a gold thread. So I started by quilting all the stripes on the body and I began somewhere in the middle. This piece will challenge your free motion quilting skills, so go slowly and stop if you are tired. When I'm done quilting the stripes, I will start quilting the swirls in between the stripes, then I will quilt the separation for the legs. To quilt the tail, I started by quilting the white and gold stripes, then I quilted the top of the tail and the swirls between the stripes. Finally, I quilted the outlines of the tail and each stripe. The very last thing I did on the zebra is to quilt a thick outline on the body of the zebra using a dark blue thread. I traveled 3 or 4 times on the outline because I wanted the zebra to pop out. You'll be able to see what I mean later on in this tutorial. Just a note on the background. The choice of free motion quilting design for the background is yours to make, but at the end of this tutorial you will find an idea that will give you inspiration. It's a bit different than what most quilters are used to. So make sure to check out what I'm talking about at the end of this tutorial. And now, here are some pictures of the completed zebra. To get back to quilting the background, here's what I'm doing. On the evening sky, the upper part of the background, I used one of my previous patterns titled Free Your Mind Mandala. I assembled two of the quarter templates to make a half circle. I then enlarged it to cover a bit more than the zebra and traced it on the background. It really looks like a stylized sunset. For the bottom half that looks like the wind is blowing on the grassland, I quilted each blade that is printed on the fabric. Then I will be quilting the inside of each blade with a different free motion quilting design, and I will do it freehand with a really easy design like little circles and waves and any designs that represents movement. So that's it for today. Hope you like this project and that you will join me for my next block of the month. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.